สเมสก็คิววอซอนบีบิวที่ไกนี่ฮาลาบาสไลเทียโจวาโอ
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's talk toys, shall we? So in case you didn't know, PulseCon happened today. A very long and informational stream hosted by a friend of the channel, Mr. Dan Larson, aka Toy Galaxy, Secret Galaxy, whatever you'd like to call him. He did a kick-ass job, as always, coming to the scene. Awesome to see him getting his flowers, as they say. Along with that, we got a ton of news. Some of this I will be covering a little bit more in depth when it comes around to Monday's Let's Talk Toys. But I grabbed kind of the big four that we cover a lot of times here on this channel. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Marvel Legends. And why did my brain just shit the bed? Oh, Power Rangers, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, and Marvel Legends. There we go. For the Transformer stuff, I want to cover separately because I actually want to ask Matt a couple questions because Dave don't know Transformers, to coin or to borrow a phrase. Comics, I agree. Dan Larson kept it together amazing and kept it running smooth. Real quick, I do want to say hey to everybody in the chat. Holy crap. It's Goji. What up, Goji? We got Goji, Fortnite, Teal Mike, Boo Cat. Who else we got? You guys were going back and forth for a minute. We got Brandon Branch in there. We got Icewood in there. We got Wizard of Toys in there. Mr. Ryan Clark with good old Pender. Jamie Lynn. My goodness. Where is it going? Comics. There we go. All right. I think I got it all. Usually don't get excited. I work weekends, but this Sunday flying home to New York for a quick check-in on my mom. Hell yeah, man. Safe travels, Teal. Be good. I'm sure you enjoyed all that Spider-Man love. Oh, boy, did I. My wallet didn't, but man. They did get Inhumanoids references in those new Transformer Rock characters. They were a little bit Inhumanoid references. There were also some Battle Beasts that were chilling out in the background there. And I guess the code name for those were Rock Lords. But Rock Lords transform into rocks, not trucks. So, again, that's where I had a couple questions. So the Transformer stuff, I'm going to push to Monday. Just because I have questions. I want to make sure I don't screw them up because most assuredly I will, but I'll show you pretty pictures. So I don't know where y'all want to start. We can start with that sweet Marvel Legends love. We can move over to G.I. Joe. We could do Power Rangers. We could do Star Wars. I know Power Rangers and Star Wars, there wasn't a ton as far as 1/12 scale news goes. So I don't know. Where do y'all want to start? Let me know in the comments. I'm ready to pre-order that Crystar figure. Me too, Wizard of Toys. Me too. Totally missed PulseCon. Knew someone would do a recap. Wife has wisdom teeth removed, so I've been playing Doctor in the Knoxville on it. Oh, I'm sorry, Brandon. That really does suck. I'm sorry, but I hope she recovers quickly. But they're rock covered trucks because truck, not boulder. I don't know. I watched that part and I went, huh? But that's just me. I also have a couple of the Rock Lords from when I was a little kid. So, yeah. Okay, fine. Nice one. Get the Power Rangers and Star Wars stuff out of the way first. All right. Dan, hey Dan, I missed your call this week, man. If you got a sec tomorrow, let's catch up, bro. Let's start with Magic the Gathering and Nerf. No, mainly because I didn't grab any of those images for tonight, but we'll come back to that for another time. Never thought I'd be spending $200 on G.I. Joe figures during a PulseCon wild time. Dude, and some of those exclusives are still available. The PulseCon exclusives are still up on the site, which I was surprised by. Hell yeah, Brandon. Good time. No worries. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's start with Power Rangers. There wasn't a ton. And by wasn't a ton, I mean there really wasn't a ton. They actually also they complimented and brought up Super 7 very briefly, which was strange to me. But the thing here was it's the whoa, why isn't this popping up? Whoop. Oh, whoa. The Omega Rangers from Boom. This was something that we'd seen leaked out several times over. I believe I covered it 2-3 weeks ago because of the leaked pictures coming out and it already being available in certain places. So I don't know. Oh, okay, Jamie. Well, you never know. But yeah, so there's these guys who, again, are from the comics. We've seen these leaked pictures for weeks on end. It's really cool looking. They're awesome looking. I'm glad that Boom is getting some love. Lots of good people working over there. But there was this, and there was the Tommy Oliver Master Morpher, which again is that master grade replica. So you can morph through all of Tommy's personas in his various incarnations. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Whoa. Enjoy, Mr. Ryan Clark. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Oh, it happened over on Twitch, which for some odd reason, StreamYard took away my Twitch notifications. So subs, all that stuff, they don't go up anymore on here. So I apologize if I missed something. That's where Mitch usually comes in handy. I wish they would do a Mighty Morphin pack with at least the Rangers that one way. Yeah, I think it'd be cool, but again, it's very confusing. I feel like Power Rangers has such potential, and right now they are kind of squandering it, which is kind of a bummer. If yeah, I managed to get my Omega set secured. I always love getting new Power Rangers, right? You can only Master Morph 3 times a day, 4 if you take a week off. Nice. I figured, Dan. And again, I feel bad because usually it does the and it gives me a notification. It doesn't give me the notification on StreamYard any longer, so I kind of got to figure that out too. Also, what up, Josh Brown? So that was Power Rangers. Moving on to Star Wars. Again, with Star Wars, I am only covering the 1/12 scale stuff. So keep in mind, it's just the Black Series stuff. So there was a lot more vintage collection presented, a lot more images shared of the Rebels crew from the HasLab for the Ghost. So I kind of jumped around that because, again, trying to focus more on the 1/12 just because there's so much. Ron DeLorean says, still no Dragon Zord, HasLab, womp womp. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get around to a Star Wars or a Power Rangers HasLab. Certainly doesn't seem like it. What a mic. Haven't seen Power Rangers since Mighty Morphin, so anything since Lost to Me. Fair. I'm angry that we're getting HK47 in vintage, but not in Black Series. Give it time, Boo Cat. I'm sure perhaps, what is it, next month? No. Yeah, next month they have the live stream. Might get a pipeline announcement. Because it's better for them to squander PR's potential instead of trying every... Yeah, that's true. My frustration falls to this. Power Rangers still going. Nerf, Magic got time. What is it Ghostbusters love? I guess it's waiting till the new movie, but that's okay. Yeah, Power Rangers has a ton of potential, but it's being held up by the strike and overlying negative fan base. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, the Star Killer, still there. All right, anyways, Star Wars. So we're going to dive right into this. Again, not too many reveals. Some reveals that were revealed via pipeline or name drops. So we do have those. Again, we're starting up here with Balin from the Ahsoka series. Again, Ray Stevens' final role before he passed away. So hell of a nice figure to go out on, though. I do also like that he has the slightly larger lightsaber. They didn't go stock because it's supposed to be more of the... I can't think of the proper term for it. Big all sword. I feel like they would have done a PR HasLab by now if they were going to. Exactly. No Fortnite either. Hello, Winterstar. How are you? What up, Gray Jedi? Kiatamundi. Man, I don't know comics. I feel like there's so much that they haven't talked about. Broadsword. There we go. Yeah, he passed away shortly after Ahsoka was wrapped. Broadsword lightsaber. There we go. But look at this. Look at that fucking length of that thing. That's awesome. I like that he looks like a medieval knight. I like that his armor looks, this figure looks more in line with The Witcher than it does Star Wars. And I can love that because I love that more of the fantasy aspect, the fictional aspect of Star Wars is coming in, and we're getting kind of the other side with witches and the Jedi Knight kind of returning. Oh, so good. He indeed was the best in HBO's realm, and in my opinion, also the best Punisher. That's right. Suck it, Dolph. I'm just kidding. Hi, Adam. I agree. I too love Ahsoka. It's so good. When I was out with COVID, I caught up because I was 2 episodes behind. And the shitty thing about being 2 episodes behind is I started from episode 1, marathoned it through 4 episodes, and then went, I gotta wait a week. But it's been really good. I have a soft spot for Jane's Punisher. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Also a fantastic movie. You get to see Kevin Nash actually get stabbed. We didn't get much in the way of Black Series reveals, but the few we saw were quality. Agreed. Again, moving on from good old Ray, we go to Shin Hati, his apprentice. I feel kind of bad because I love her character in the show, but every time I've been watching it, and someone who is not, oh, thank you, Adam. Well, thought this Padawan was ScarJo at first. You're not far off. She does look very similar, but I've gotten many mentions of, why is Sia a Jedi? And I'm like, oh, it's not Thea. She's way cooler. She's way cooler than Sia. What up, Babs? How's it going, bub? Found the new chopper wave in Walmart today. Hell yeah. Man, I want to get a chopper. I just love that stupid little droid. But once again, with the big, again, you see here where her armor is kind of hindering her articulation. The kind of traffic cone-esque-ness of her robes and stuff kind of restricted, which is kind of a bummer. But at the same time, I don't know. I still think it's badass. That's why I'm watching season 3 of Only Murders in the Building until all the episodes are out. Damn fine choice. That is a great show. The ideal Punisher would be Stevenson's look, Jane's voice, and Bernthal's acting. That would be good. She's gonna kill from the chandelier. Yeah, right? My friend calls her Darth Bangs. Now you can't unsee it. Welcome, Mitch. Missed you, my friend. I kind of thought she looked like Billie Eilish, too. I could see that. But now I see all 3. Again, as a non-Star Wars Black Series collector looking in, and someone who has been loving the shit out of this show, I am excited to see a lot more of these. I'm hoping we get some of the Night Witches. I'm hoping we get a bunch of other characters that we saw this week on the show, which I won't talk about. But my goodness, did you tell them she's not a Jedi? Look at the color of her lightsaber. Yeah, well, because she's trained to be more. I thought this PulseCon was terrible, very underwhelming for all properties except G.I. Joe. I don't know. I thought there was still a lot. I do like that they're basically going back to the well with the Clone Commander Rex, or Clone Captain Rex. Very cool. If you saw episode 4, then there you go. They're also doing Sabine Wren's lightsaber, which, as I recall, is also Ezra's. So 2 in 1. The Rex helmet is very tempting, but I'm trying not to spend money. Fair. What up, JJ? How's it going, bub? Damn you, Mike. Now that song's in my head. Oh, it'll live there for a while, too. Sabine's lightsaber. And then pipeline reveals. I think these are more of on the archive side of things, because we've seen Vader, we've seen Mando, we've seen a Phase 1, and I think I don't think we've seen the Night Owl. We've seen the Death Watch, but that's kind of it for Black Series. I'm in for the saber. It's a cool looking saber. Problem is Toy Fair is soon too. Agreed. Again, it's next month is Toy Fair already. So there's a lot of companies that are holding tight to reveal more later. Yep, it's Ezra's lightsaber with Sabine modes. Oh, cool. I am currently in the midst of rewatching Rebels, which is really fun. I haven't done that in a while. I just need to find the time to do it. Popping over to G.I. Joe. Let's see if I can get these images up. I did pull up names just in case, because it's been a minute with some of these Joes, so I didn't want to screw them up. So let's do this, and I probably still will. So Bear with me, folks. Um, hold. So first off, we did start off with a bunch of name reveals of Metalhead, Night Creeper, Cobra Ferret, Retro Beachhead, Retro Eel, and Retro Snow Serpent. We were then also shown a good chunk of those. Actually, about half of those. We were also shown images of the PulseCon exclusive, which we already saw last week with the Crimson Guard, Tomax and Zemot, and wow, Baroness. There we go. Pendergast G.I. Joe equals awesomeness equals me, bro. They had an amazing showing. G.I. Joe and Legends, depending on what your flavor of the day or the characters that you like more, it's a dead heat between the two. They absolutely killed it. I was hoping for a better Krennic today for my Rogue One display. Brian, and you know, they might come back around to it again. I could see them doing that in an archive wave. Let's see. There we go. Sorry, Cobra Crimson Strike Team. That's my bad. Anyways, so coming over here, where to go? We start with the Techno Viper. In all his purpley goodness, that's a lot of shades purple right in there. Emily is the hardest working marketing person on the planet. I agree, Josh. She kills it. Like, the fact that she can bounce around between them is absolutely amazing. What up, Tano? How's it going? She was in most of them, yeah. Targets are clearance on a bunch of stuff now. Be sure to check them out. They are. We'll get on that. The Grimace Mark, indeed. I do love that he basically has his air tools, which they hinted at, that can hook up to the backpack, which is pretty damn cool. We're getting normal Recondo. Not a surprise. Again, we were kind of expecting this. I don't remember if they had mentioned that this was going to be on the retro card or not. But they did also mention that the retro cards are now going to be on thicker card stock, so they will stand up to shipping wherever they may ship from. They are also no longer store exclusives. They are part of general line releases, which is great. I took that out because it sounded disparaging to Dan and Ryan. My bad, not meant that way. What? Oh, no, I got you. Ricondo's Retro. There we go. Dave, you're a little young for G.I. Joe, but that was my childhood. Hey, Tano. The thing is, G.I. Joe was my brother's jam. And so I grew up loving it because I would watch reruns of the cartoon all the time. I would play with the Joes all the time. But since I came in later, one of my favorite Joes, outside of the, prerequisite, that's not a word, prerequisite of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, because ninjas, I deep dove way too far into the Rashikage stuff with the comics and stuff. But I love my character that if they make Black Series figures of, like this, of sci-fi, I'm boned. I'm so dead. We had Ninja Force, indeed. Thank the gods that the retro cards on Walmart exclusive. Agreed. Although you can still find plenty of them there. Anyone else think that these 60th callbacks are way too subtle? They also directly compete with Action Force. I mean, this is the core line, though. You also get Big Boa coming to the line with an unmasked head where his teeth are knocked out. Also bloodied wrap hands and some 90s, so you can lift those and build up the gun show. The best G.I. Joe equals Shipwreck. Comics, you're not wrong. I do love me some Shipwreck. I wasn't allowed to play with Joes as a kid, so I'm making up for it now. Nice. Fun fact, if anyone in the chat can corroborate this, Big Boa was created to be the yang to the yin on the G.I. Joe side. But who was the Joe boxer? Fun little bit of trivia. 3, a 2, a 1. It's going to be Rocky Balboa. And the license fell through. And you can actually see a Rocky Balboa bio in some of the Joe files, which is pretty cool. But, whoa, we'll get there. Retro carded Scarlet, very, very cool. We kind of knew that we were getting this already from the tooling popping up on, I'm trying to remember the character's name, that we saw last month. Very, very cool. I love that she has her crossbow. She comes with all the guns to pack onto her pack. Very, very classic looking. What up, Northern Nomad? How's it going? It feels they're due to the to the Rambo and Forces of Freedom toy line. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely get it in there. Why did I type Rambo? I mean, Rambo would be more appropriate. But yeah, very cool. Again, one of the things that kind of made me laugh about some of these releases that they showed with the retros is these are going directly over the Super 7 line, which I'm okay to see because I like that they're going to be in scale and everything. But I was like, oh shit. What up, Earl? How's it going? Be awesome if you could try it and get Rocky into G.I. Joe Classified. I agree. I think it would have to be a San Diego Comic-Con thing or something, though. They should have done Scarlet and Duke as a sweet 2-pack. That would have been very cool. Here we have Junkyard and Mutt. I do enjoy that they were like, yes, we have the mean guard face, but we also have the good boy face. Again, another figure I grew up with. Very stoked to get this in there. So I don't know. Junkyard and Mutt. We got to see them in person at San Diego Comic-Con with those photos kind of leaking out because he wasn't officially announced, or they weren't officially announced at that point. But I dug it. I do find it interesting that they are advertising Super 7 stuff too during the program. Yes, their property, but not Hasbro. Right? Yeah, Junkyard does look amazing. Wizard of Toys. Then moving over, as classic gets, you got old Duke. He does have his helmet, his blasters, his guns. I'm trying to remember what they said, but it has like the G.I. Joe code of conduct or something on his shovel, which is pretty damn cool. And yes, interchangeable hands. Also, what up, Robot Tommy Jr.? She is Snake Eyes Girl. Hey, still would have been a cool 2-pack. We need a 6-inch Stormy, Dave. I agree, Abs. Is Duke a little too buff? No, not for this line. I think this fits right in with the aesthetic of this entire property. I mean, you're really not. Again, you stand him there with his, with his blaster and his backpack and his helmet on, or his, that's the one thing I didn't think of. Well, maybe we can toss a jetpack on him. There are a couple good ones on Etsy, and I know Robo's done one or two on Playdate too. But I love that this is classic. You put this next to your Commando Snake Eyes, and ooh, that's some classic shit right there. This is the 6-inch Duke I wanted. Fair enough. We need a Bruce Willis Joe Colton. Good luck. Glad I haven't bought a version of the character yet. Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy that this is going into year 4 of the series. No pointing finger for shame. That's the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Yo, Joe. The Steel Battalion had jetpacks. They did, Mitch, but I think that has come and gone. And I also don't think those were the proper jetpacks, but I'm not sure. Then moving on over, we have, oh shit, this is Airborne? Yeah, Airborne. Which they did admit that they were originally going to try and put in with the Dragonfly HasLab, but they didn't want to lock him behind a tier or anything like that, so they're doing them separate, which I think is pretty damn cool. Sucks about the retros. I have to buy 2. Oh, they look badass though. Buy more Steel Brigade. Buy more Steel Brigade. Buy more Steel Brigade for extra jetpacks, if you can find them. Looking on Google now, he's accurate to OG Fig, not totally to animation. Still dig it. Also, what up, Iodine? How's it going? Moving over to heavy metal. He comes with so much shit. Again, this is a deluxe figure. So he has his rocket pack with rockets shooting out of every side, every place. They're adjustable, but they did modify his helm so that it protects his face so he doesn't burn off that sweet, sweet goatee. I try to stay away from Joe's to slim down on my spending, but I need that good Mutt boy. Agreed. Very glad they didn't lock him behind a HasLab. Agreed. Airborne, one of my first Joes. Hell yeah. Dude, and the big thing with this, with all the blast effects and everything, I'm curious if those are going to port over to other previously released accessories in addition. Moving over, this is the Snow Serpent? No, that's not the Snow Serpent. Hold on. I don't want to botch. I'm going to botch this up because now I can't remember which one this is. Oh, no. This is the Snow Serpent, isn't it? I'm blanking. Anyways. And again, another deluxe figure. Bunches of options to come with. I love that they're doing the the actual bases again and everything. Action soldier rifleman. Okay, cool. That's not bad. What up, Chaos? How's it going, bub? I promised myself I wouldn't buy Joe's, and I keep being drawn in. Dude, it's slippery slope. Um, it's badass. That's what it is. Action sailor. Yeah, this figure's insane. Lots of reuse of accessories, but lots of insane accessories for all your needs. I believe that this is also the Action Soldier Diver. Is that right? I don't know. I don't think they showed. So the Snow Serpent was the Snow Serpent was mentioned by name, and then they ended up showing a couple of figures that they mentioned. This is the FU Valiverse line a little bit. The Scuba Guy ties into the 60th anniversary too, which would be the next slide. Yeah. I don't know. I don't feel like it's an FU to an FU to Valiverse because Valiverse is still doing their thing. This is part of the this. I don't know. Did you all talk about Naked Thomas Hayden Church yet? No. I mean, we can talk about it later. Maybe that'll be a Patreon exclusive. Moving on to Quick Kick, you get an action-packed head sculpt, his fudgy bar because he was a spokesperson for it, his throwing ninja star, a plethora of weapons. You got the punches, you got the chops. Very, very cool. Recon Sailor, they're both 60th anniversary. There we go. And see, I don't know how, but I must have missed that somehow. And that's my bad. Oh, don't worry, Josh. We'll get there. We'll get there. Boop. There's General Hawk just ducking and covering, which is badass. We are getting a crap ton of dreadnoughts as well. So this is Agent Helix with these funky double blades. Very cool looking. This is Ripper from the Dreadnoughts, right? Yep. It is weird seeing him without his sunglasses. General Hawk equals General Dan Larson. A little bit. All these shots are awesome, Josh. Moving on, we have Shockwave. Here we have Buzzer. I'm trying really hard not to screw these up, so I apologize. Yeah, no, Mitch, I got that it was double helix blades. Again, trying not to botch these that badly. But that was everything we got from there. And again, Buzzer, it comes with his chainsaws, his chainsaw axe, everything. So again, they killed it. No more, no less. Don't know what else to say there. What is happening here? My computer is freaking out. There we go. Where did my Legends panel go? There we go. Moving on. Let's dive right into Legends. Hopefully I can get this to work. Because it's not wanting to play. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to go console my wallet. Fair enough, Earl. Catch you on the replay, bro. Dang it, I got to get in some of the figure obscura, too. Oh, dude. Boo. Good luck. Come on. There we go. Diving right in for the comics fans, as they say. We'll start up here with the Void Build-A-Figure wave. I'm very excited for this. This is kind of cool because it does serve as kind of a catch-all wave for comic figures. A lot of people were kind of scared that there was going to be a random 4-pack or 2-pack or 5-pack on Amazon that was going to be coming up. Damn it, Mike. But yeah, let's start it off with Savage Namor, aka Johnny Depp Namor. Not the Namor look I would have thought they would have done next, but pretty damn cool. Again, just a beefy, savage-looking Namor. Comes with a reused staff, and I'm pretty sure that upper body is also reused. But this was his more crazed look from his third solo series in the 90s. Very cool looking, though. Comes with a plethora of hands, too. Again, they're bringing back a lot more of the swappable hands, which I really, really like. AKA Jay Lee, Namor a little bit. Wow. He called this classic. It's cool looking. Again, I wouldn't call it classic, but I suppose the 90s were... Well, 1990 was 30 years ago. So I do remember I have a cover with him on it from back in the day. I dig it. but maybe that it was from a later one, and I'm just misremembering. But moving over to a redone Vision. This one on, I believe it's the Vulcan Buck, so completely pinless. Very, very cool looking. Comes with the molded cape and everything. Of course, Crystar, which we saw at San Diego Comic-Con. Very cool, very clear, very beautiful. I will be getting this one. This whole wave is going up for pre-order, I believe, in 2 weeks. So it does have a little bit of time still. Hefe, why would you say I have a plethora if you do not even know what a plethora means? No, huevo. I'm not as smart and good looking as you are. I watched the Three Amigos. Moving over to Namorita. So this is the Namorita from the Scotty Young New Warriors. So the later / last look of her, because she does get blown up at the beginning of Civil War. But they did hint that there is a classic version coming, which I have to believe is going to be some sort of New Warriors pack, but that's just me speculating. But I'm very stoked. I'm a huge New Warriors fan. And my phone is exploding. There we go. I'm really stoked for the Namorita. Moving over to the Marvel Knights style Black Panther with the gold accents. Again, this is kind of a redo figure from the Toy Biz days. I'm pretty stoked for this one. Looks like they're using a lot of reuse from that last Black Panther figure that came out with a new cape. It looks like a new head sculpt. Lots of gold accents. Very, very cool, though. It looks awesome, and I'm probably going to end up buying it. Rick Jones, Rom, or we ride. He did say if Crystar sells well, that hopefully they can dive into more of that realm of Marvel Comics. So fingers crossed. Boocat, I agree. We do need a Nitro. Civil War. What? Hey, man, Civil War did better than a lot of them. It is an amazing looking figure, though. Moving over, the figure that I legit was curious of when and where it was going to come out, and thought we would have to wait for a 5-pack, but Justice from the New Warriors. Very excited to get this one available soon. And it's a solid looking figure. Comes with swappable hands, a damn fine looking paint job. It's a very basic figure, but it fits the descriptor. Very 90s. Very great. Moving over to Power Princess to wrap up your Squadron Supreme. Cool that she is a standalone, that you can get her straight up. You don't have to buy some weird 2-pack, 4-pack, 5-pack, 6-pack, 95-pack. And she looks badass. Hasbro officially has put out the coolest fucking Wonder Woman figure. More Crystal Pepsi figures. Get ready for the next round of Black Panther head swaps. Maybe. Very 90s, very evil. Hey, a second Vance in less than 10 years, right? And this, of course, all builds the Void, which is the other half of the Sentry. This is the bad part. They did say that most of this is going to be transparent plastic. It looks gross. It looks scary. It looks awesome. I hate the fact that I'm about all in on this line, because I really want to get this figure. The Sentry is one of those weird characters that when he came out, and that first miniseries, I fucking loved. I was in. I was invested, and it took forever to get a proper iteration of what the hell this thing is, which was really cool to see. Yeah, Hasbro beating McFarlane to an almost classic Wonder Woman figure. Who knew? She's badass looking. Raspberry crustacean. I had no idea who that Bath was. Yeah, Mitch. So yeah, that is Void. I kept on wanting to call him Null, and I'm like, that's not right. Moving over to the fan vote winner, it's Red Widow from the, I always want to say Crimson Guard. It's not Crimson Guard, it's the Winter Guard. So another member to go with your Ursa Major and Red Guardian figures. So again, very cool that that's going to slowly build up that team as well to go with Crimson Dynamo too. The Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure goes with that too. He is not a symbiote. When VD became sentient. Ugh. Is a better Sebastian than the live action Little Mermaid. Damn masters. Then to my bread and butter. That's right, webheads. Moving over to Spider-Man No Way Home, to a bunch of figure reveals that they literally had to put a warning ahead of time to basically say why they had to release a secondary version of characters that all bunch of us bought in a 3-pack not too long ago. I can't say shit because I pre-ordered all of them. So it is the Spider-Man No Way Home / Amazing Spider-Man 2 line, because I do not understand what the hell is going on with the licensing for Andrew Garfield, but apparently he can't be included in the Spider-Man No Way Home licensing. I don't get it. The wave is fantastic. I'm very, very excited for it. You get a fantastic looking Zendaya MJ figure in her No Way Home outfit. You get Tobey Maguire, aka the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I will say, looking at this head though, go over to Casting Cave. He has better ones right now. Castingcave.ecrater.com. There you go, Corey. Again, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield / Amazing Spider-Man. But this is most definitely a Far From Home head sculpt. But much like the Hot Toys figure, it's on Amazing Spider-Man 2 branding. So I'm guessing that has to be some bullshit with Sony. I really wish they came with a mask holding hand. I agree, that would have been cool. That'll be a 3-pack release next year. Then finally, the final swing Tom Holland figure in the classic looking outfit that we got to see for a total of 2.5 seconds. This figure rules. And I do like that they stepped away and they did, okay, yeah, here's the 2 figures you already own with the new head sculpt, but we're going to give you something completely new, except for the head sculpt, which was from the Ned and Peter 2-pack. 2 Zendaya figures in 1 week. Dune 2 figure also. That's very true. Thee hath come a long way. And then the very good lawyer, Matt Murdock, rocking his pinless gray suit as he appears in the movie. He does also come with the brick to catch, which is pretty damn cool. And also kind of a cool companion piece for your She-Hulk figure if you want. You can take companion however you like there. Sony Pictures, does anything we do make sense? Fuck you. Fair enough. Sculpted paint lines. Yeah. I will be really curious to see how the manufacturing on that goes. I'm hoping that it will hit as much as it did on the Raimi suit. But yeah. What up, Hedgehog? How's it going, bub? Also something completely new. We'll get there. Because it's the Sandman. Naked. Or at least just all sand. I do enjoy the fact that it comes with multiple arm extensions. For some odd reason, the image of him going, gimme, 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 gimme. Not sure what they were going with that gesture, but pretty damn cool. Again, a very cool take on the Thomas Hayden Church Sandman. I am curious if, again, this had to do with some sort of likeness rights or whatnot, but a pretty damn cool villain to add to the wave. But speaking of villains being added to the wave, now officially revealed the Green Goblin, the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin figure that we found out about last week. I can see his grains. Yeah, you can. This figure's insane. Again, another deluxe release figure. Comes with the glider, the masked head, which I guess you could technically have him holding, because I don't remember, like with the purple cloak and the purple accents and stuff, I don't remember him having those ever with the goblin mask. But we only really get to see that look very, very briefly. He does also come with his goggles and a goblin bomb. Very, very cool looking. I actually really like this look. I would be curious if you could somehow get the hood over the crazy Power Ranger helmet. But he is a bit of a scientist himself. Damn cool looking figure. And in my honest opinion, this puts the SH Figure Arts one right out the window for me, at least. So maniacal and homicidal, they nailed it. Yeah, the right there. That is the money shot right there. That is a fantastic Willem Dafoe portrait. Bravo, Hasbro. If the actual release of this comes out half as good as that, you killed it. Hey, they realized that Willem Dafoe needs to look crazy and went for it. I like it. That is totally the Willem Dafoe goblin face when he's talking to himself, when it's Osborn talking to the goblin. Pitch perfect. And then we have Doc Ock with bendy wire tentacles, multiple pincers and stuff, some articulated, some flat, so that it is strong enough to hold up the figure and suspend him, which is fantastic. There he is in scale with the Goblin figure. Damn cool. I'm betting we could get a retooled Goblin body for a proper Raimi. I'm guessing we will get it. Why are they showing bulk? of that Goblin helmet still have an original. Me too, actually. You're fond of me, lobster. And then finally, I had to put this in here. It's the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Detroit Steel. I have no attachment to this character. I'm sorry, guys. It's a cool, big American robot. I don't know. Has the Gatling gun, has the chainsaw. Very cool looking. A lot of reuse from the Ironmonger body from the MCU. And available now on HasbroPulse.com. There we go. There's the backside of that big beastie. But yeah, that's about it, folks. Overall, a hell of a lineup from Hasbro Pulse. Again, really, really cool to see so many teams killing it. Kind of a bummer to see other ones trip a little bit. But at the end of the day, we got to see a lot of cool shit considering Toy Fair's next month in San Diego was, 2 months ago. Pretty damn impressive. Yeah, HasbroPulse.com, hashtag not sponsored. Thank you, Mitch. Someday, probably not. Although, props to the teams. They did an absolutely killer head. That I'd read put a Trump head on that Iron Man. Nah. They did an absolutely killer job on their panels. It was really fucking cool to see them grow and such. So, Dave, what about those Hot Toys? Don't worry. That'll be Monday. Maybe Goblin's helmet will make it into the Hasbro helmet series. That would be pretty dang cool. Same here, Dave. Figures look cool, but doesn't press any buttons for me, so it stays on the bot. Like I said, I went in on the Spidey figures. I was actually pretty stoked that the PulseCon exclusives I was able to kind of pass on by because, my goodness, there's just so much amazing product coming out from them these days. Yeah, but a bunch of the figures that were revealed today are available on Hasbro Pulse, are available over on BBTS, Entertainment Earth, Amazon, etc., etc., etc. So make sure to check that out. Mr. Ryan Clark, Hasbro is skipping Toy Fair, so this was their big show. Mr. Ryan Clark, but I think they're doing another live stream though that month. So I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see what comes, if anything comes next month. But at the same time, the overall feeling was really, really cool to come away from it as a company that really gives a shit about their properties for the most part. And to see some people who are really passionate about their projects, everything they're working on coming to fruition. I am very, very excited. Also, I did get something in the mail today from Hasbro Pulse that had kind of gotten screwed up. So I'm very, very excited to continue in on a video project that hopefully will be debuting next month on some Spider-Man animated series stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you, Tano. As you can see in the chat, if you dug this, throw a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I really appreciate all of you taking some time here on a Friday night to come hang out with your old Dave Wonder. Again, I'll be back for sure on Monday for Let's Talk Toys. I'm trying to nail down whether or not there will be a Turtle Talk tomorrow. Got some travel issues with my cohorts. However, if you want something fun to watch, go over and check out Speaky Geeky's channel. He had a really fun interview with Kevin Eastman that got a little weird, shall we say. So make sure to check that out over at Speaky Geeky, youtube.com/SpeakyGeeky. Did you see the Spider-Man reveals from Hot Toys? Oh, JJ, I did. And again, I'll talk about those more on Monday because I'm trying to keep this one specifically PulseCon. Very excited for them, to say the least, though. So yeah, as always, folks, I hope each and every one of you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Thank you for just hanging out tonight and having some fun. And yeah, catch you all soon. Stay tuned to my social media channels for more information about if there will be a stream tomorrow for Turtle Talk. Check out patreon.com/Dave Wonder. But most importantly, go over and check out extra-life.org/participant/Dave Wonder. The link is in the video description below. Help me fight cancer for kids. Because yeah, we're already $2,000 up. There's another mini marathon coming up, and then the big old marathon coming up in November. So yeah, it'll be good. Thank you all for being a part of the conversation. Much love from Minnesota. And thanks, Mitch, for being the mod with the most. And thank you to the COJ for just being fun and badass. Good night. It's not starting.